welcome to Superior Seekers, your source for everything Lightseekers, where the superior elements are always knowledge and fun. I'm LifeSabre.
And I'm Bova, and today we're going to bring you a playtest between Mountain and Dread. I'm going to be playing Dread, and the hero that I chose is Sicario. Sicario has a superior element of Shadow, and Sicario's ability says take 2 damage and move 2 action buffs from your hand into play. And he has a starting health of 31, and he'll be facing off against
Dolo the Mighty, superior element of Crystal. The ability is take 2 damage, draw 2 cards, and his starting health is 31.
Alright, so these heroes should give you a good idea of what to expect from the Mountain and the Dread orders. We put these together. They're not the starter decks. We put together custom decks to kind of highlight these 2 orders for you. So we're going to roll to see who gets to go first. And 6.
Let's see if I can get a 6 to have another roll-off.
Nope.
No such luck.
Alright, so I will take my 4 cards. You take 5.
Indeed.
Hopefully we shuffled. Pretty sure we did.
I think I did. It's a little bit late, so who knows?
Let's see. Alright, I guess we'll get things started since it's more fun that way. I'm going to play a Shadow Supplier. Shadow Supplier does nothing for 3 turns, and on the 4th turn, it draws you cards based on the number of buffs. So it's 0 plus the number of buffs.
So right now it would be 1, but he has 4 turns.
Yes. So I'm going to activate my ability for Sicario, which is 2 health, and I am going to play an Abyss Weaver and a Night Lurker, and the Abyss Weaver is going to heal me for 4 because it came into play and I have a shadow buff, the Shadow Supplier. So that's my 2 actions. Go ahead. The Night Lurker deals an attack ability, deals 2 damage to another hero. You can increase it by 2 and heal yourself for 2 if you remove one of your other buffs in play.
Alright, so I'm going to start my turn off by using my ability, take 2 damage, draw 2 cards. And I am going to pop down a Magma Worm. 2 actions, over to you.
Seems good.
The Magma Worm deals damage to your target and reduces target's healing received by the number in the corner. So it doesn't do anything this turn, but it should give me some good things the next couple of turns.
Alright, so Shadow Supplier rotates. I have 1 card in my hand. Let's see. I'm going to activate the Night Lurker's ability and deal 2 damage. And because I activated an ability, I heal for 1 from the Abyss Weaver. Every time I activate an ability, you can only play 1 ability per turn, so I am going to draw a card.
Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to rotate my Magma Worm. That deals 1 damage to you. It will also reduce the amount of damage, or the amount of healing you receive by 1. And for my first action of the turn, I believe that I would like to activate my ability, draw 2 cards,
Okay.
and, let's see here. I'm going to start a clock with a Prism Cannon.
Alright. Seems good. Alright, I'll rotate my Shadow Supplier here. I am going to play the Abyss Tentacle, which gives me 1 extra action because I have another shadow buff in play. And then with that extra action, I am going to activate my ability from the Night Lurker and deal 2 damage, and then the Abyss Tentacle also deals 2 damage when you use an ability. So it's another 2. I would heal for 1, but it's reduced by the Magma Worm, so I don't actually get to heal for 1 from the Abyss Weaver. I still have 1 remaining action because I got that that extra action. Let's see. And I will play this Swamp Creeper. And the Swamp Creeper lets me, it has clunky corners, so it only turns when I use its ability. The Defend ability moves this number of discarded action cards back into my deck. Alright, your turn.
Great. I'm going to rotate. I deal 2 damage over to you.
Yep.
Your healing will be reduced by 2. I believe the next thing that I would like to do is activate my ability. I'm going to draw 2 cards.
Okay.
And I am going to now Crystal Leech. I would prefer if you still did not have any cards in your hand, so Shadow Supplier, and then let's take out the Abyss Tentacle, please.
Okay. Very polite of you, as you're destroying my stuff, to say please, so...
Service with a smile.
And that's your 2 actions.
That's my 2. Over to you, sir.
This is much worse. Let's see. And I have Cannon coming at me soon. I am going to draw 2 cards. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to rotate. 2 damage over to you. I am going to... let's see. I have a lot of cards in my hand, so I have a lot of choices. Let's activate my ability, draw more cards,
Yeah.
and play a Colossi Ritual Site.
Oh, jeez.
That's 2 actions. I will pass over to you.
So the Colossi Ritual Site increases damage by 3.
But not this turn.
No, but
Next
the turn
turn.
that the Prism Cannon goes off. That'll be fun. Okay. Well then.
Hopefully you didn't pick anything good with those 2 cards that you just drew.
Not what I was looking for, I can tell you that much. I will play the Abyss Tentacle, gaining 1 additional action. With the additional action, I will play a Bone Reaper. And then I will, with my final action, activate the Night Lurker to deal 2 damage. The Abyss Tentacle also does 2 damage, so you take 4 damage. And I would heal, but I have reduced healing by 2.
From your Magma Worm.
Yep. Well, your Magma Worm.
My Magma Worm.
Yeah, so that's my turn.
Okay, great. Alright, so I'm going to rotate my buffs.
Ouch.
This expires.
So this rotates first, and then it applies its static effect, and then the buffs trigger afterwards. So it will apply here. So I'm going to take 11 damage from that, which is fun. She also has 3 reduced damage as well. Alright.
And now I have a lot of cards in my hand. Let's see.
The opposite of me.
The opposite of you, which is
0.
which is great for me in this particular instance. I think the best bet for me at this point in time would be to Wrath of the Mountain. I'm going to pay with Stream of Tontos and Crystal Bat and drop other cards on the floor. Wrath of the Mountain is 12 damage, and the recipient moves 2 action cards from their hand to their deck. He has no cards, but for the amount of damage that I wanted to do this turn, this is the most pertinent. 15 total damage.
That's bad. I'm at 3 damage.
And when you play a combo, that takes up all of your actions for your turn unless the combo says it grants an additional action. So all I can do at this point is draw a card. Would you like to cut my
No,
deck?
you're good.
I will draw, and then I'm going to pick up the card that I dropped
All
and
right.
pass over to you.
Alright. So, this rotates. So that's cool. I can't do damage this turn. I don't have any cards in my hand. This seems bad. What can I do?
You can draw 2 cards and pass to me.
I could do that. I don't think it's the best course of action, though. I'm going to use the attack ability on Night Lurker, and then I'm going to increase it by 2 by removing the Swamp Creeper, so it will do 1 damage, and it also heals me for 2. And then I am going to heal for 1 from the Abyss Weaver and deal 2 damage, which is reduced, so it doesn't actually do damage from the Abyss Tentacle. And then I will, since I can't do anything else, draw a card.
So his current health total is at 6. I'm going to begin my turn by rotating my buffs. They both rotate out.
And she probably has 6 damage.
And I'm going to Magma Spitter to take 2 damage to myself, but deal 6 damage to Bova. Right. Shall we go to a second game?
Let's do it.
Okay. Alright, so you were on the play the first time?
I was.
So that means that I am on the play this time. It rotates. Good luck, have fun.
You too.
I might not with the cards that I just got. So for my first action in this here second game, I'm going to activate my ability.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to draw another card.
Sure.
Over to you, sir.
Well, I am going to... let's see here. I'm going to play Shadow Supplier. And then I am going to activate my ability with Sicario. So I'm going to take 2 damage, and I am going to play a Gorge Stalker and an Abyss Tentacle, getting an extra action because I do have a Shadow buff. And with my extra action, I'm going to play another Shadow Supplier. On to you.
I'm not really okay with that board state right now. Okay, well, let's start off by using my ability. And at some point I'm going to draw into the things that I actually want, so... But it did not happen right now. Sometimes you just can't get what you want.
But if you try sometimes, you just might find.
I can get what I need, and we're going to play a Mountain Fort for action number 2.
All right.
Which may or may not be what I need.
Guess we'll find out. Alright, so we're going to rotate our buffs here. The Gorge Stalker, I can activate it with an attack ability to do 2 damage and 2 healing this turn, and then 3 for the next 2 turns. Alright, so what do we want to do? Activate the Gorge Stalker, which would do 2 damage, but instead it's just going to rotate her Mountain Fort 1. And then the Abyss Tentacle does 2 damage, so it'll rotate again. She's not taking any damage. I heal for 2 from the Gorge Stalker, and then I will draw a card.
Okay, so over to me. I don't quite prefer to rotate my own Mountain Fort. But in the case of what is going on over there, I think I need to. Oh wait, let's be smart about this. Let's not rotate and take damage.
Yep.
Let's just not take damage and rotate and then draw cards.
There you go.
Don't be like Mandy, kids. Be smart. Okay, so let's see here. I did draw into something that could save me, but is it worth it at this point in time? I think I'm actually going to draw one more card, pass over to you, and then maybe start doing some stuff soon.
Alright, so these are going to rotate like that. And I will activate the Gorge Stalker. So I heal for 3. That rotates out. And then because I performed an ability, you take 2 damage. And then I will play a Putrid Shaman and pass the turn.
That shaman is putrid.
Yes, the Putrid Shaman is going to increase damage by 2 next turn and then 3 the turn after.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to do this because I can't have you have a card advantage. We need to Crystal Leech, and I need to Crystal Leech. Oh gosh, do I do both of the Shadow Suppliers, or the Shadow Supplier and the Shaman? Or the Abyss Tentacle? There's a lot of choices here. I think...
That's the point.
that is the point. That is the point of his deck. I think that my choice, and it may or may not be the right choice, is going to be to take out both of those Shadow Suppliers. I'd prefer to not allow you to have card advantage, because I've got like half of my deck in my hand, and
I have 1 card.
he has 1 card. Okay, so that was action number 1, and I'm scared of that Putrid Shaman, so I'm going to play another Mountain Fort, pass over to you.
Okay, so this is going to rotate. Putrid Shaman's going to rotate. Alright. So I'm going to activate the ability for the Gorge Stalker. So I'm going to heal for 3, so it's going to heal me for 1. It's going to deal 5 damage, reduced by 3, so 2, and rotate the Mountain Fort. The Abyss Tentacle is going to do 4 damage, so you can take 1 and rotate the Mountain Fort. And then I will draw a card.
Okie dokie, over to me. Goodness gracious, me oh my. Let's activate my ability. And
rotate your fort. There
yes, rotate my fort. I promise I'm not as dumb as I seem. Alright. And let's get a Flame-Chained Elder out into play. If I play a fire card, all of my other cards deal more damage and healing that turn. Does nothing this turn, but the next 3 corners it will give me some good stuff.
For sure. Okay, so that's your 2 actions?
That is my 2.
Alright, so
over to you.
Gorge Stalker goes away. So, I am going to activate Sicario. So I'll take 2 damage. The Abyss Tentacle will do 5 damage. So you take, what are you at right now? Reduced by 2. So you take 3 damage. And your fort rotates out. And then with the ability, Wall of Bones comes into play.
Oh, good old Wall of Bones.
Yes. And then I will draw a card with my last action. Go ahead.
Okay, great. So I'm going to rotate my Flame-Chained Elder. And I believe that I would like to
Play a fire card.
play a fire card. Indeed I would. We're going to play a Magma Worm.
Okay.
It'll do damage to my target and reduce my target's healing received.
Sure.
So, the next card that I would like to play is a Crystal Bat.
Okay.
So, 6 damage to you, 6
1, 2,
healing to me.
3. So I'm going to take 3 damage because of the Wall of Bones.
Yes. But I luckily do continue to heal for 6.
Yes.
And that is my 2 actions. You may go, sir.
Awesome. Alright, well, I am going to rotate my buffs. Putrid Shaman goes away. And then I'm going to... let's see, how do we want to do this?
Don't kill me.
I'm going to activate Sicario's ability. I don't take any damage because Wall of Bones is out. And then the Abyss Tentacle triggers and does 2 damage to you. And then the Abyss Weaver I'm going to put into play with that ability. So the Abyss Weaver heals me for 4 because I do have another shadow buff. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I will draw a card. On to you.
You only put 1 buff out from Sicario?
Yeah, I only have 1 buff.
Okay. Okie dokie. I will rotate both of my cards, dealing 1 damage to you, but that Wall of Bones is a wall made out of bones.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see here. Choices. And I think that I would like to activate my ability, draw 2 cards,
Sure.
and play a ritual site.
Sure.
Over to you.
Alright, the wall rotates, and I am going to activate Sicario's ability, dealing 0 damage to myself. Putting an Abyss Weaver into play, which heals me for that. And then you take 2 damage.
Down to 19.
Down to 19. And then I will Shadow Puppet your
Of course
Ritual
you will.
Site and your Flame Chained Elder.
I guess in the grand scheme of things, I knew that that was coming at some point. Alright, well, over to me, correct?
Yep.
Let's rotate this magma worm, and I will not deal damage
There you
because
go.
you've got a wall of bones out.
All the walls.
However, you still cannot heal effectively. Oh, but all of my choices and all of my plans were destroyed. How many cards are in your hand?
0.
0 cards in your hand.
Seems to be a theme.
Beautiful. Which is weird because that
Well, it's because
usually...
you killed the Shadow Suppliers. I would have had infinite cards in my hand if you hadn't done that. So.
Truth.
They got a little greedy.
This thing sometimes does happen. Alright, we're going to play a Prism Cannon. And we're going to play a Rickety Mine. 2 actions, over to you. The Prism Cannon is just damage, it's a clock. The Rickety Mine, corners 2 and 3 healing, corner 4 damage.
Alright, my Wall of Bones goes away.
Thank goodness.
But I am at full health, so at least there's that. I am going to draw 2 cards. Go ahead.
Thank you. I rotate my buffs. The Magma Worm deals 2 damage. Woohoo! Finally! Prism Cannon does nothing. The Rickety Mine is going to heal me for 2. And I would like to play... I would like to first, I think, use my ability. And then I'm going to play a Rock Rager. 3 damage increased by 3 if I've been healed this turn, which I have. Thank you, Rickety Mine.
Alright.
Getting some damages in finally. Over to you.
Okay. I am going to... I'm going to play an Abyss Tentacle.
Okay.
And I'm going to gain an extra action because I do have a Shadow buff in play. I'm going to then with my extra action, activate Sicario's ability. I will take 2 damage and put the Gorge Stalker into play. I would have healed for 1 each here, but the worm prevents that, so instead you'll just be taking the 4 damage from activating an ability on both of those. And then I will draw a card for my last action. On to you.
Great. Rotating my buffs.
Yep, that's
The
great.
worm leaves play. I heal for 2, back up to 17. And the cannon is still ticking away. Alright, let's see what I would like to do here. I am at 17. So I believe I'm going to activate my ability, draw 2 cards,
Seems good.
and then we're going to Rock Rager. So 6 damage over to you.
19.
19.
Alright, rotating the Gorge Stalker here. So I'm definitely activating that ability, so I might as well just do that. Maybe I'm not. Am I not activating that ability?
I don't know, you tell me.
I might not be activating that ability. Yeah, I'm going to activate that ability, I guess. So we'll do that. I heal for 2. You take 2, and then you take 2 and 2 from the other 2 Abyss Weavers, so another 4. And then I heal another 2 from... Or sorry, you take it from the tentacles, and then I heal 2 from the Weavers, and then I will draw a card. Go ahead. I take 12.
Yes, you take 12. And your lack of removal has me slightly saddened.
Those are still there.
They are still there.
Yep.
I apologize.
All
I'm
good.
getting a little ahead of myself. Okay, so if I would have just known that you didn't have removal in your hand.
Yep, that's how it goes.
That's how it goes. That's the game, folks. That's the
Maybe
game.
I do have removal in my hand.
Maybe.
No, I don't.
Why would you have
I
eaten
don't.
12 damage if you
No.
had removal, though? The world may never know. So, let's see here. We are going to... I believe... Let's play a Magma Worm
Sure.
and a Colossi Ritual Site.
Ouch. Okay. Alright, so now on... This rotates.
Indeed it does. Can you kill me?
That is a good question. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. So I need to have 2 more from somewhere. And I don't think I do. What else can I do? I will a Wall of Bones,
That is a good play.
and I will activate Sicario's ability, taking 0 damage, healing for 2 from the Abyss Weavers. I will deal 4 damage between those 2 to you as well. So that puts you at 5. And that's my 2 actions.
Okay, things are looking a little hairy. Alright, let's rotate some buffs.
Yep.
These rotate out. The Magma Worm is going to deal 4 damage to you.
So 1 reduced by 3.
Reduced by 3 because of Wall of Bones. That Wall of Bones, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goodness. I believe you took yourself out of lethal between Wall of Bones and healing yourself.
I was hoping that would do it.
Let's see what I can do here. Okay, you are at 12 life. You have 3 reduced for any damage that I do to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a superior crystal. Well,
You also have 3 damage reduction for next turn.
I do have 3 damage reduction for next turn, which is good. It is very pertinent. But it is not enough for me to kill you.
That's what I was hoping for. That's my only hope there.
Well, okay. Let's see here. I am going to activate my ability, which
Doesn't do damage.
does
to you.
not do damage to me.
Yep.
And it doesn't quite get me anything that would work, so we are going to Crystal Bat to deal nothing to you, but to get me...
Well, you deal 3 to me. 1, 2, 3.
But you have a Wall of Bones out.
But you're increased by 3.
Oh, I am increased by 3. Thank you for keeping me honest.
Yep.
Okay, that was my 2 actions.
Okay. So I can't really do anything to you this turn. These rotate. So I'm gonna activate the Gorge Stalkers. So it heals me for 3, which is good, and then it'll heal me for 2 from them. The 3 damage doesn't do anything, and neither do the 2 Abyss Tentacles. So that's pretty much it. And then I'm gonna draw a card. Go ahead.
Okie dokie. Let's rotate some buffs. Colossi Ritual Site
Sorry.
rotates out.
I didn't heal from either of these.
Oh, with your reduced Magma Worm. Yes.
Yep. And then I healed for... should have just been 2, so I'll reduce it by 1. Okay.
Oh, Magma Worm deals 2 damage.
Yep.
But we have Wall of
Reduced.
Bones out.
Yep.
So one of these days, that worm will deal damage to you. Right, we are going to put out an impenetrable shield. Paying
Nice.
for it with the Wrath of the Mountain. Which might have been
A little overkill.
a little bit of overkill, but it was the only way to actually pay for it.
Alright.
So, would you like to cut?
No, you're good.
Okie dokie. I will draw for my combo. And over to you. The impenetrable shield makes me immune to damage, and it does not count as damage reduction. So it's buying me a little bit of time. I've got 2 corners of immune to damage.
Alright, let's see here. So I can't really heal effectively, which is not good. I'm gonna play Shadow Supplier and draw a card. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to rotate both of my buffs,
Mhm.
deal 2 damage, but that Wall of Bones is still there.
Yep.
Oh. Mountain Fort.
Okay.
And I'm going to activate my ability.
I don't think that rotates though,
I'm reducing my damage.
because you're immune.
I'm immune to
Yeah,
damage.
so I don't know how
Yes.
that works. Actually.
We actually should probably
Let's double check on that.
double check
but,
on that.
But I think you're immune, so I don't think it
I am
rotates.
immune, so
I'll-
I would assume, because it doesn't count as...
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
And then we'll go check the card wiki,
Yeah.
which is an amazing resource for those of you new players out there.
Yep, absolutely. Alright, so that was your actions, right?
Those were my 2.
Alright, so Wall of Bones goes away, Shadow Supplier rotates, and I'm still not able to heal and do damage. Oh, that's great. Play a Putrid Shaman and draw a card.
Okay. Let's see here. What do we have out? got some rotating buffs. And these rotate out. My Mountain Fort moves. I've got reduced damage. I am going to activate Dolo. See if I can... Oh my gosh.
You trying to take damage.
Okay, so I finally got what I was looking for. I'm going to Crystal Leech some buffs out.
Oh, jeez.
I can't have Putrid Shaman out. So Putrid Shaman, go away, please. And let's see, my other choice, let's get the... Don't really want damage coming at my face, so let's take out an Abyss Tentacle. I may regret not taking out the Shadow Supplier, but we'll see. Only time will tell. You may
so
go.
that's your 2 abilities,
That is
right?
my
Or
two actions.
Okay, Shadow Supplier rotates. Yeah, definitely. Okay, I'm gonna activate Sicario's ability, putting out a Night Lurker, and that is going to heal him. It's gonna take 2, and then I'm gonna heal for 2 from the Abyss Weavers, and then you take 2 damage, which gets reduced, and then you just rotates, and then I will draw a card, and it's your turn.
Perfect. All right, let's, for this turn, put out a Prism Cannon, start a clock there, and then you are at 11. Let's play a Magma Spitter. 6 damage over to you.
You don't take 2, just
I don't take 2, and it rotates.
2,
Really?
3, 4, 5,
Okay,
6.
I think the Mountain Fort needs to leave this deck because apparently I just really want to take damage tonight.
That was your actions?
Yes, it was.
Yay, cards, finally. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to draw 5 cards. This
And I'm
feels
going
good.
to regret not taking out that Shadow Spin.
4, 5.
All right. He has options.
I
What
have
can he do with
I have
options?
some good options, everyone. Good options. Okay, so let's see what I have, actually. Should probably check. If we're making any rash decisions here. Let's see, I will play... Your Mountain Fort has 2 more, or 1 more rotation left.
1 more rotation.
Awesome.
Oops, I should probably get my Magma Spitter off the
Spitter
board.
off the board.
Leaving
All right.
attacks out there.
So I'm going to activate the Night Lurker, which does 2 damage. And then the Abyss Tentacle does 2 damage. And I heal for 2. And then I'm going to play a Defiler. So the Defiler deals damage equal to the number of buffs that you have in play. So in this case it's 5 plus 2, so it does 7 damage. So you're going to take 7 damage there.
That means I'm dead.
Good game.
Good game.
All right.
Both were very good games. That was a lot of back and forth with this last one.
Yeah, so we went 1-1, so that's pretty good. You can see the strengths and weaknesses of each deck. You know, mine, when you take out some of the buffs, it gets a lot weaker. I don't have cards in my hand. She can draw all the cards in the world, so that helps a lot. And she has a lot more, you know, upfront damage, a lot of more burst damage than my deck has. But I think this highlights both orders pretty well. We hope you liked the video. We hope you learned some things and had some fun. That's the point there. So if you could just like, subscribe, share, and comment on our video, we'd appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you very
please
much.
let us know what you would like to see. We want this stream and these videos to be what you would like to get out of Lightseekers. We want to bring as many people into the game as possible because we love the game and we want other people to love it too. So, hope you watch the next video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Have a great night.